Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy. Uh, I guess today is part two of Arts and Crafts Day. I was watching some one-liners from Dave Chappelle. Um, yeah, it's pretty good. So, we're streaming to every place. Let's just close that. Uh, One of my favorite Dave Chappelle scenes is it's in Half Baked and he's taking the weed from the girl and he begins to go into like sexual convulsions because he's giving him like a pound of weed. Oh man, that movie is so super underrated. It's so sly. It's so urban. I get why a lot of people don't get it, but man, it's been funny for fucking 30 years. So yeah. It is four. Well, it's we're early by 5 minutes. Let's say 5 minutes. We had a good show today. Early today, it was 4.5 hours. It was a good day. Let's put this out. Oh, thing even plugged in? It is plugged in. Yeah. Right. Tight. Let's just let that run because we like to do that. How are you? I hope we don't have the lights on. Should we cut the lights on? We have a second art thing to do, which is this. I actually haven't found any place to put it, so I guess I'll just put it on a big sheet of paper and big fat marker, right? We don't need to put the days. Do we need to put the days on? We're here every day. Excuse me. We're here every day. I guess we don't really need to put the dates on, but we want to have the water in a water bottle. I had to. It's a long story. Um, it's quite a day. Let's complete what we're here to do. We're here to finish this board, and I guess you know what? In the places where we write an X, if we don't do something that day, we'll write the date of it. Right? It's easier to write the dates that you missed and the dates that you do it because there's gonna be a ton of dates that we do it, and very few dates. Huh? Excuse me. That we miss. Oh no. Am I beginning to crash? It has been 12 hours. Oh no. That means 10 hours makes 24 hours a day, right? That makes sense. No, I'm sorry, another 12 hours. Which means you generally need 8 hours of sleep. So what is that? That means I've got 2 hour leeway before I should be asleep. See, this is why. So this one shouldn't be too difficult. All right, just a giant sheet of white paper that we're gonna loosely draw a grid on the whole giant sheet of white paper. I don't have a T square. I have a metal T square, but it's not a 90-degree angle. It's like an 89-degree angle, and it's like on one side and a 91 on the other side. It's like just ever so slightly, and it draws freaking crooked lines when you want straight lines. It's really maddening. Um, all right, how are we gonna do this? Middle, one, two, three. write it, and a calendar under it of about, oh, good Lord. Seriously, you need to take this table to task. Oh, wee. First of all, it is hot outside. I mean, don't let anybody tell you differently. Um, he said, went out, got dressed, so I'm running around stuff. You could check on that, but I didn't do any of the other art stuff. I actually went shopping, uh, and bought a couple of Hungry Man meals just so I can have in there and nuke them in 5 minutes and eat them here if I have to. But I don't like that kind of stuff. I like having food in the house to make. So yes, remember tomorrow is Sunday. We'll be here 7 a.m. and tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Please stop by. Man, all right. I'm obviously, excuse me, sort of beat down because of the heat. Some people have tells, right? So when they get stressed, they get pimples, they break out. I sort of have a tell too. So yeah, now that I feel it coming, I need to de-stress so it doesn't happen. But it took me years to find out that that happened well, not all the time when I was feeling a certain way. But yeah, I can feel it right under the skin. But I can ward it off because I've warded it off before. Just kind of like, yeah, whatever. Lay back, be easy. Try not to stress out. Know that stress is what it is. So for a while, I have to make a concerted effort not to be stressed out by anything. And it takes me about, I want to say, 4, 5, 6 days, maybe like a little under a week to about a week to sort of feel less stress and feel fine. And then this whole thing that I've got letting me know that it's coming goes away. If I don't, it just blows up. So yeah, don't be stressed. What's today? Saturday? Okay, from this Saturday to next Saturday, uh, we're in slowdown mode. I don't know what that means, but we're not gonna bust our chops about the things we wanted to do just for the next week. Mm. Oh, oh, wow. See, like this is what happens when you get up at 4 and then you have a 4 o'clock show later in the day, a 7 a.m. show, then a 4 o'clock show later in the day. You lose like some of your swerve. Whew. I tell you, when I get like this, I want to sit on the floor. This is one of those times I want to sit on the floor. Um, but it's an excellent time to be out in the heat, just sweating, which I need. And I have to make a run later, so I don't even know how long this pod is gonna last. We're hoping that it goes to 5:36 at a minimum, but we want to hit 2 hours, which is 6 at a minimum, right? So, good lord, my ear. Okay, so while we got us here and we're doing this, why don't we set up tomorrow's show? Copy. Excuse me. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, tomorrow is the 30th anniversary Of what? Ugh, what is going on? All right, it's Saturday. It's a Saturday. It's a Saturday. That's wrong. They AM. I used Manic Monday before. I don't know too many Monday, but tomorrow's not Monday. Tomorrow's Sunday. I think I use Easy like Sunday morning too. At the end of the day, Sunday moron. Easy like a Sunday moron. Yeah, let's keep that. Oh, easy like Sunday moron. Yeah, all right. We'll write that down in the book. Um, where do I live? I live here. This is for tomorrow, 7 a.m. There you go. Let's click that. Please like and subscribe. Good. And we're out there. All right. So while I'm doing this, where's the YouTube channel? I got to tell you, man. What was that? All right. Yeah. We had a good time today. It was 4.5 hours. Quiet. 4.5 hours for breakfast. Right? That's pretty good. So let's move this. Are we? Yeah, we're losing. Good Lord. See what happens? We're obviously a second behind the universe when we do this. Perfect. All right. So we have done this thing that we normally do at the end of the show at the very beginning. Okay. Excellent. Perfect. Okay. Let's shrink this down. So what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? We're going to make the the exercise thing. But I got to tell you, oh, is this not straightening up yet? We got to fix this. It can't be like this for 20 minutes, which is what happens. All right, we shrank this down. Where's hold on. Go over here. Yeah, we should be good. Why is it not being good? Okay, I guess it's back, and as much as where it can be back, it still looks a little bad. Um, yeah, I don't know if we can do art now because between you, me, and the wallpaper, I am sort of mentally burnt out. Like I'm still awake, but I'm sort of just kind of like, ah. Um, I may sit down here and just play the guitar, not to learn anything, just to pluck away and have a little fun with it. And that's what I think I need, right? I think if I keep doing this, I'll not that I'm sucking the fun out, but I may suck the fun out because I'm like, all of a sudden, I had all this success, right? We were rocking it out, and then all of a sudden, we stopped making progress. And I told you why earlier this morning. Why I think that was one of the reasons why we stopped making progress. Um, wow. I might have to cut on some lights. All right, let's cut on some lights. Uh, DoorDash is not bueno. DoorDash is no bueno. Here's a tip about DoorDash. If you order DoorDash, make sure you have at least been to the restaurant you're ordering from. Some of these restaurants are fucking filthy. And they put pretty pictures in their brochures on these order sites. But when you go there, whew, it's not the bomb. Busy Mall, good to see you. I hope all is well on this Saturday. Let me like this a lot. Uh, it's a good day, right? It's a pretty good day. Like I said, there's a chat that shows up here, but it doesn't show up on the YouTube or it doesn't show up on the Twitter. So it's a little weird. I have to say it to get you to understand where we're going. Please like and subscribe to me here, or discover here. I don't know where you're watching from. Please like and subscribe. If you are on Twitch, please. It's Karma Armor on Twitch, and it's True S Armor on YouTube. True with no E, S Armor, ARMOR on YouTube, and Karma spelled with like Karma, Armor ARMA on Twitch. My gaming tag. Yeah, Karma's gonna get you. I say that, and then they kill me. Then they call me noob. Then they do squats on my face. It's so bad. It is gaming though, isn't it? Yeah, man, I am just done. Again, I don't know why I was up at 4:00 in the morning, but yesterday after yesterday's show, which was a short show yesterday night, normally they go 3.5 hours. It went for 2. I passed out at around 7 and woke up at like 1. Passed out again, woke up at like 3:34, and I've been up ever since. But unlike the last time where I woke up at 4 and I was like, I'll just stay up to 7 and then was exhausted because I had been up all day. I managed to sleep from 6:30 to like 1 in the morning, and then so I wasn't exhausted when it came around. I was just kind of like, hi guys, how you doing? You guys was like, what is he doing? Coffee and cocaine in the morning? What the hell? But no, I was just kind of like, I finally got a lot of sleep. Remember, if you show, I'm going to have to toot my hawker. Sorry. Remember, if you show up tomorrow, Sunday shows count as service. Yes, they count as mosque, synagogue, and church service. And also give you points for great spirit connections and all other spiritual, religious connections you have to the Most High. All right? You can give your money to the church or buy yourself coffee, give a nickel to the homeless. But just know if you show up here, you're covered for it. I'm absolutely guaranteeing it. Who can guarantee that? I'm guaranteeing it. You know how I know? The Most High told me. What does that mean? He said it's you come here, you do a little musical practice, you wish people well, works. And you don't even have to stay the whole 4 hours. As long as you come in and stay the requisite 20 minutes of guitar practice, yeah, you're good. Yep. Give me a second. So that's what you come here, you make an attempt to learn music or tolerate people who are trying to learn music. You make that good, honest attempt, and you come back next week and you're good. Come back next week and you're good. Tis what it is, man. I'm not crazy about beer. I'm just not. Just not. I got late on the floor. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to have a bunch of little squares about this high, right? Just run it on a giant sheet of paper and just put a small X so we can see it from across the room. And I guess we'll have a way to date the boxes June, July, August, and and this will be a good strong 60-day sheet, right? Since you're always going to be doing something else, it's not 60 days for one, it's a bunch of them. So this might get us 4 months if we do it right. Just kind of like, yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bust our butt and see if we can get going. Um, yeah, man. So tomorrow counts as church. I did something else. Saturday. Monday show is gonna be at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock seems late to me. I don't know. This afternoon show really is kicking me in the choppers. 6, 7. Okay, I'm trying to promise at least an hour and a half minimum. So if I start at 6, that'll put me at 7:38, and that'll be a good place to break naturally normally. But we'll probably go longer than that. So yeah, maybe 6 should be it. It'll also give me a chance to cook something, you know, change clothes, take a shower, wash the dishes, do a load of laundry, all that kind of stuff that you get home and you do, and then you relax by about 6 when you watch TV or do whatever. I don't need to watch TV or do whatever, but I do need like 2 hours just to make sure I run to the post office. Because if I do it 4, I got to hit the post office at like noon. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think this will give me a few hours to do what I like to call life maintenance, which is run to the post office, pick up the FedEx this, go pick up clothes from the dry cleaner, um, throw in a load of laundry, go do some shopping, you know, get the car wash. You'll have like leeway. Then you'll be home by 6:30. Uh, 6:30. No, you'll be home by 6. You're home by 5:30 to do the 6 o'clock show, right? Like I'm here now doing the 4 o'clock show. I'm making a point to be home by at least 3. I don't want to cut it too close. Looking at some people could get you into trouble. So let's not look at people through the window. Um, yeah. So man, I know I need to do this now. I'm just tired. I don't think I can do this now. Um, do we want to put it on that, or do we want to put it on? That's permanent though. I sort of want to not put it on scrap throwaway paper, but at the same time, I sort of want to put it in a place where it can hang on the wall and I can write on it. And when it's done, replace it with another. I'm being a little too showy and ridiculous about it. I just need something to track what I'm practicing on, when I'm practicing. And we're doing 15 minutes or 20 minutes. I might want to know. Mm, I might want to know. No, I'm okay. There's check boxes for the days that you practice. And then we all have this, which tell us what we practice on what day. So those two things tell us. So, and in that day, if we don't practice, you're right in the date that you didn't practice. That makes sense. So I guess my only real issue is how permanent do I want this? Do I want to put it on a canvas, or do I just want to mark it out nicely and put it on a piece of vellum? And if I do get good at this, and we're going to get good at this, we'll have several vellums and we can just have it framed, I guess. Oh my gosh, I am pooped. But I think that's it. I think that's it. All right. All right. So I know what I'm gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna do this now. What I'm gonna have to do is sketch out a layout. I hate to say, of these things, and then the whole, because I don't think I can wing it. Right. I've got to have a decent font when I write it out, and it's got to be about like the right length. So everything's chords, scale, theory are all about the same size. Sight reading, songwriting, and exercise are all about the same length. So making a 5 letter word look not crowded, but then followed by a longer word, you can't shove that in the same place because then it'll look cramped. That one had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's okay. Where's the pen? Here's a pen. Is this a scratch? Yeah, I mean, look at this. This is an old, because it's all weather. I think I was using this as a bookmark. But I mean, look at how big they are. So I have the large ones are for writing, like, and sometimes I draw on the back of them, art. And the little one used to be for like stories. Then I found the big one, and the big one worked better for stories. This is definitely an old one because I never get them blank on both sides anymore. All right, so what are we doing? Am I gonna use this? Yeah, see. Here are some small ones that I, you know, always scribbling on something. Um. Okay, so, ouch. Blank sheet of paper. Let's say I could put everything exercise. But here's the thing. See, yeah, I can't do it now because where that block. I'll show you what I mean. Right. All right. So under here, I'm gonna have what we're studying because each one of these has easily see where I wrote it like the letters. Ugh. Each one of these like under ugh, good lord, man, come on. Under theory and sight reading and songwriting and chorus, I wrote like under chords is A chord, G chord, B chord, C chord, right? And then under that, I'm gonna have to have a way to say this is the thing that I practice. This is how long that I practiced it for. See what I'm saying? Versus just I'm practicing. Gonna be like, well, it's sight reading, but which one of the sight readings, right? Oh, well, I'm practicing, but it's and I just chuck down scales. Well, which scale did you do? How long did you do it? So we have to make sure we're practicing with intention. And now I'm just a little loopy. I'm just a little tired. We have been streaming for a half an hour. Amen, 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 amen. We will keep the stream between 2 hours and 3.5 hours, with the occasional 4.5 hour stream like this morning. And like I said, Sunday streams always go longer, and the weekend streams, the Saturday Sunday streams always go longer. The weekend streams always go longer, and the Sunday stream counts as church. Uh, yeah, I have to call my brother. I called him twice, but he wasn't home. So, but if I don't call him, my mother will call me, and that's going to be the end of it. I don't know what I hit to bring up what I brought up before. That's not it. All right. Yeah, I guess I'll call him when I have the chance to talk to him. Maybe he'll call me and I'll end the stream. Happy birthday. White. I don't understand white cards. I just don't understand it. I see a lot of white cards. I just don't get it. Oof. All right. Do we want to do some plucking? Or do we want to do some sitting on the carpet lamenting about the world? I, I hate to say it, I don't want to do either one of those. I'm really tired. You know what happened the last time I felt this way? I put cold water on my face. Let's do that. And then I was good in like 20 minutes. Cold water on your face. All right. All right. It's warm as a mother's boob in here, and it's cold AF out there. That cold water to the face helped a lot. I think what else? Oh, I can't even put this too far. What also might help? Let's put this here. Is standing up. All right. Whew. Oh my goodness. Biz Markie died today. We spoke about that earlier. Oh baby, you got what I need. The signs of aging. Oh my god. This is what happened. I used to be able to put my whole palm right next to my feet, and then I could just put my fingertips on the ground. Then not my finger, my like fingers on the ground. Then my fingertips. Now, where am I? Oh boy. I can't even touch my toes. I can't touch the top of my toes, which is not good. That is not good. Ooh. All right. So we are not. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. We're not blaming ourselves for this. So we just have to be up. But between you and the wallpaper, there's got to be a way I have to be able to get back to sleep. Because I don't know how long dunking my head in ice water is gonna last. And plus, I don't know. Whew. Okay, my whole frame is clearing up. How do I do this thing? How about each one? I guess it's not that hard. What I'm going to do is I'm going to list all the things I need to do, and right next to them have the square, and mark them as they come up in the square. That way, you can see what everything you did, and then you can chart it. Oh, okay, well, you can chart it outward. That's what I think is going to happen. Whew. Yep, we're going to open up. And you got to watch all this stuff. That's obviously done. I can just take all that stuff and put it back where I got it from. Uh, when I was 17, it was a very good year. Very good year for city girls who live down the stair. They ride in limousines when I was 17. All right, here we go. Ooh. All right. I think we're good. Let's get some of this guitar practice in. So we know what we need to do with the schedule, and it's got to be ready by Monday, which I think we can knock out at least tomorrow. Tomorrow, and like I was gonna buy that magnetic spray paint, and I'm not even gonna do any of that. This is gonna be what's gonna happen. It's gonna be as super simple as this. And as for buying, as for getting a clef to write stuff on, we'll likely just buy a magnetic board with a clef on it, right? Uh, that could be a while. They actually even have uh, paint where you could actually spray. It dries like an erase board, and you can write an erase on it, right? Amazon erasable music clef. What the hell? And then this have to do it on a music clef. Music erasable music board. Whiteboard eraser, 18 by 24. Art Better two-piece dry erase music lap whiteboard erasable writing staff. Musical note double-sided magnetic whiteboard. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. All right. How much is it? $4.89. What am I made of money? $4.89. Is that all? That's fairly fucking fantastic. All right, so we don't need to make one of these. We'll just order one because again, it's friggin' $4.89. I wish it was bigger though. 9.5 inches. Which one is this? 11 by 14. 11 by 17. I would like a 2 by 3, please. Can I get that? Probably not. All right. So we know they sell on Amazon. Um, that's it. I'll buy one. We'll have it likely. That gives me a couple of days to get it. We'll likely. Oh, here we go with your internet connection is unstable. For best performance, connect to your router with an Ethernet cable. How dare you tell me I need a dial-up modem? How dare you? Uh, yeah, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just trying to teach ourselves music. And sometimes, man, we are ill-equipped because we are tired. Whew, I am tired. But you know, being tired never stopped us before. So tirade or not, we're gonna still do the thing. And what is the thing? It's a good damn question, my brother. All right, let's play. I gotta open that thing and do that. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Are we gonna? Yeah, we gotta. knew it was something. Wrong string. Cut this off. All right, so what are we doing? We're going to run through the pentatonic on the acoustic as slow as we want, just to make sure that we get about 40 minutes of just finger exercise. You know what we can do? We can sit here and do the, is this too low? Ugh. There you go. Ugh, I feel like I'm going to fall to my death. Hold on. That'll work. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to do 2, 3, 4s. 2, 4, 3, 4s. To strengthen our pinky and our ring finger. All right. Wow. Where was that? Where did I lose that? All right. Everybody just calm down. Let's start over here since we're warming up. Let's do 1, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 2. I should really be doing this down at the beach, right? Hey, the birds are back. Since the storm yesterday, they sort of beat a hasty retreat. Not good. All right, 1, 4, 3, 4s. Let's start at 5. I'm doing 1 4 3 4 1 4 3 4s. I have a whole lot of. I've been plucking around with this thing, and all I've been doing is downstroking. And shame on me, right? Because it's not about right perpetually downstroking. You gotta up, right, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And see, when I do that, I miss my ups. And when I pick as well, first I don't do a lot of strumming. I don't know why. So I need help with that. And I don't do a lot of picking. Well, when I do a lot of picking, I always pick down and not up and down like you should be doing. So there's some rudimentary stuff that I did not learn because I'm teaching myself, and that's the way sort of the game is played. But I know what the problem is, and we don't live in the 1840s anymore. I can hit the internet and go, what is up with my strumming and how can I improve it? What is up with my metronome skills and how can I improve it? What is up with my plucking skills and how can I improve it? Oh, we're learning the fretboard, right? We just did that fret thing today. How can I improve it? How can I improve it? How can I improve it? And eventually, what you can improve will change because you've improved the last thing that you were talking about. So yeah, like I said, the worst day you've ever been at anything is the first day you started that thing, right? And the more days you put in, the further away you get from being bad at it, and the closer you get to being good at it. And that's where we're at. I also stopped playing standing up, which I'm gonna have to freaking pick up. But we're not busting our ass today. We're just gonna try and play this pentatonic because, like I said, we're exhausted. And we don't beat ourselves up around here for not getting it. We just come back tomorrow and try and get it then. Right? Hating on something is a precursor to failing at it. You know what I'm saying? Good Lord. Pinky. We're supposed to be doing pink exercises. Let's go. Come on. Wow. All right. What is that? It's climb down, right? Pinky over, step over, go back up, da 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 da. Index, not index, a ring finger over, pinky over. That hurts a lot. There's a lot of secondary noise going on here too. Yeah. Wow. Hold on. How did I do that? I moved my whole hand over. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. The early days of try not to hit anything on on the table. Ugh, my pinky is like, no. Oof. Wow. The, wow, this reach is crazy. Stop moving all the fingers. So it's this one. They put back on the G. Then it's this one. Ugh. Well, apparently those are supposed to be finger push-up. You're supposed to do 3 sets of those, 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the G fret, right? Man, not easy. Not easy. I haven't even been able to get up to 30. I wish 30. Wish. I think I can do 5 before my hand hurts. Each finger doing 30. Then reset. So 3 sets of 30. Like push-ups. Like what? What? Just off the edges. My man busy. Wow. And this is what I was told. Don't do these a lot because they'll give you carpal tunnel. It'll shrink your hand, but if you do it too much, you can give yourself a hand problem. Yeah. Horrendous. Horrible. Horrible. Can't say I'm happy with it. We've been streaming for an hour. Try that one more time. My fingers. You feel it in here. So yeah, a lot of this is, oh man, a lot of this, let's put this here, is, we're gonna do that. A lot of this, we have to put that someplace. A lot of this is strengthening my hand, literally strengthening my hand, while I play the guitar, right? So, oh man, I'm glad I gave myself 1,000 days because I don't even know how to make this stronger. The tendons in my hand, into my forearms. I think it's gonna be push-ups. It's got to be push-ups, right? I mean, that's the only thing I know. Excuse me, other than those like hand squeezer things to get strength in your hand, like handballs, squeezing handballs, but we're trying to get individual finger strength. And I've seen stuff where you put your fingers in your squeeze, but I just don't need my fingers ripped off of my hands right now. There's a lot of weird stuff that I do not get. So yeah, sorry, I had to check something. All right, that's one. All right, that's two. Oof, I tell you, you go check stuff, and this is the image you get. It really is sad. Not awesome. All right. Wow, it's an hour in, and I'm really tired. We got like a 90 minutes. My hands are sort of sore. Not really sore, but that's kind of like eh. Uh, see, maybe they call it spirit because it enlivens you versus beer, which just makes me tired and just makes me feel bad about the calories I'm putting on by drinking it. Semi warm beer. Huh. I wonder if I could do well. I could definitely do a watch party on Amazon, but I couldn't do one on Netflix. But what would we watch? It's got to be some Guitar God, right? Are there any Guitar Gods on Netflix? I don't know. I need to find a schedule and then just copy their format. Good Lord, this thing's been up here since 2018, the last time I did pods. I don't even know what the shorthand for some of this is. This is why I need to have a better system. I need to be able to have it in a book, whip it out, and say, oh, this was the pod 2 years ago, 5 years ago. This is what was said. This is how many people gave up flying, flying whatever you can come up with. Just because I'm tired does not mean we are stopping the stream, the streaming. I don't want to sit down though. How about I kneel? Every time I do this, I regret it in like 5 minutes because my knees are not what they used to be. And it also sort of allows me to stretch my legs and my it's not my groin muscle. It's like the tendons that lead up the thigh into the I guess well that's not the groin muscle. Up the thigh into the groin because you don't you really let me stand up. When most people stretch, right? This is why I like to swing my legs wide and set. Like this right here, these muscles that kind of come up here into your abdomen, right? They wrap around. Like they don't get any stretching. Like you can feel it. Um, but you sort of feel it when you're kneeling because your legs are already bent halfway, right? When you do that standing up, your legs aren't really bent. You're bending from your hip. But when you do it this way and you widen your stance, like let's say your feet, let's say these are your knees, and your feet touch, you create this like a sort of a T, right? It's hard to go backwards over. Ugh, ooh, and you like that's just the best thing. You feel that all up in here, but don't go too far back because I know some people go over and they can't get out, right? They can't get back up. They're in this weird place where they can't roll over because they're lying on their feet. and someone has to come and pull them directly up. Well, getting directly up is a lower back, like sort of strength thing, and some people don't have that because they're all weak gut, weak core. And I am becoming weak gut, weak core, and it can't be allowed to happen. Look, listen, my metabolism used to be platinum, meaning I could eat anything and do anything. I still had energy to run and burn and be ridiculous. Nothing lasts forever. That thing ended up, want to say, about a year and a half before the pandemic, right? So that's some 2.5 years into just sort of like trying to not worry about being pudgy. But pudgy might be in my future, especially since I like to cook. And some of this food is awesome. But at the same time, I'm not fighting to stay young, you know what I'm saying? But I'm fighting to stay fit. You should always have a sort of a workout regimen, no matter how old you get. I'm nobody saying be The Rock or Schwarzenegger or whatever the case may be, but just stretch your bones, stretch your blood. Put look, like for instance, what's the word I'm looking for? Any anything in moderation is fine, right? And everything has a different moderation, moderational quote or tone to it, right? I'm sure you could do heroin if you did it once every 10 years, right? Moderation. I'm sure you could, I mean, you could smoke weed 10 times a day, right? Right. But you still want moderation, even though it's not a danger to it, it won't addict you, right? But moderation, alcohol, very occasionally is fine. I find prohibitions on everything sort of a bad thing. Like the people I meet who have prohibitions on stuff uh, are either have abused it or have been around people who have abused it, right? Oh, my father was an alcoholic. I don't drink. Oh, yeah, I drank, but now I don't drink anymore because I can't. Other people are just kind of like, man, I drink socially occasionally. You watch cut on TV, they say if you have a drink a day, you're an alcoholic. I'm like, man, I knew people who drank a lot. I don't think a drink a day makes you an alcoholic, but you've got the PhD in bullshit, so knock it out, right? Like drinking every day obviously is not good for you. Um, but when you can't stop, I would say that's a good thing. But most people, they don't get blotto, they don't finish off half the bottle. They may drink more than you want them to, but they eat more than you want them to. They do everything but earn more than they want to, right? They definitely don't earn more than you want them to. So stop. What's the word I'm looking for? Stop trying to challenge the mountain to a fight, right? Just fuck the mountain, go around the mountain. You're not going to win against the mountain. Go around it, go under it, go over it, go through it. And that's a lot of what this is about. Stop arguing with the politics of you're not going to change his mind, her mind. And some people are just freaking rude and nasty, right? So do something else with your time, and you will find a friend or two who you can actually have these conversations with, and their opinions should illuminate where you stand. Should do I want to say elucidate? Let's look that word up, because some of us elucidate. To shed light on, to make clear, to clear up, to elucidate. Yeah, they will elucidate how you think about shiz. Yes, you know what I used to do as a kid? I used to flip through the fucking dictionary and the encyclopedia. I was just no one does that anymore, right? It's nice to just smack people around with big words. And I don't have big words. I just have a bunch of goofy words, which always struck me as funny or weird. So they just sort of stuck in my head. But I don't try to remember words. And I'm definitely no good at spelling anything. Oh my God. I had a spell check and it said dopey instead of sorry. I was like, what? I didn't notice it until like a day later. I sent that. I was like, what? It's oh my God. I was like, ah. This is what happens when you're forced to like type on the go and you don't have a chance to actually sit and compose shit. Right. And this is what these text messages are, right? They're supposed to be conversation, but why don't you actually have a fucking conversation? And especially in an arena now where everything's a video call. So, put your hair together, get your face on, and do a video call. or maybe your face is too complicated, and that's a sign that it's always been bullshit. You're just getting hip to it, right? I try and shave and put on a clean shirt, cold from my eyes, and have a video conference call. These are personal people. They kind of get it, but I get if you're doing business, do something different. But it can't be covered in makeup, right? Because or you for lack of makeup, and these are why. I mean, it's a thing now. It's been a thing for a year. It's been a thing since the pandemic. Even though it's been around for 15 years, you could have made these phone calls. These people have been making them. Most people were like, I don't look good enough to make a. And other people were like, who's trying to video call me when I'm in got my, what is that stuff that you put on your face? Facial. I got my facial on my face and, so. Mm. This is where we bees, my brother. It's a pretty good day. All right, this is a pretty fucking good day. I do a lot of looking at guitar stuff online. So now my algorithm that gives me video content to look at is just guitar people. Guitar shit, D&D shit, history shit, cooking shit. That's it. That's all I get on YouTube. All right, I'm feeling pretty good. We should tilt this up, right? I'm sorry, man. It has been a long day. Yeah, this is the thing I was telling you about. I got to take that down and fix it. But until then, we'll get back here. All right, remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you are sitting home watching TV, that is not interactive. You are not a participant in what you're watching on television. Here, you are a participant. Get in the comments, get in the chat. There's a lot of knuckleheads online too. So the magic of a lot of these platforms now, other than freaking YouTube, right? You can just block people who are assholes. Why come and watch somebody be an asshole to them? You know what I'm saying? What, you Statler and Waldorf in your fucking balcony? Shut up. Ban. That's it. There's too many people in the world, right? Too many people in the world. And we're trying to sort of set up just kind of a, yes, you can if you want to learn how to cook, you want to play an instrument, it's a little discipline. So this is a discipline show. We're strengthening our discipline. And if I give up guitar, it'll be something else, and I'm not giving up guitar. But it'll be discipline in something else, right? And that's it. And so these first few steps are very fragile, right? You don't really know the way of the musical landscape or whatever landscape you're getting into. These are your early days. And there's always assholes around. But luckily, you're not alone, right? So we're telling you, fortify your soul. We got you. But in the meantime, the heck with that person. The heck with this person. I mean, people are so fucked up that if you have a kid in your video, you have to say it and then turn the comments off because people are evil and will say fucked up shit about kids. And you have to police it. What all these people should do is just kind of go, you're banned from our platform because you're just a sick fuck who's mean to kids. I mean, some of the stuff people, I'm just kind of like, you should just expose them. I mean, we keep letting bad guys scurry off to another location to be bad guys, right? Until they do something really egregious, like storming the Capitol January 6th, and all of a sudden, all their comments online comes out, assholes aplenty, and then the judge is like, yo, what up now, son? And he's like, yo, I'm sorry. Yeah, you were always a mild-mannered dude, and the only reason you got courage was because you were mean online. And then you joined this other group where you were mean online and you had no friends. And then you all met up to be mean in person, right? Remember the speech I gave about making friends and how friendship works? I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. That is exactly how you make friends. And I will run it through you again, baby Bubba. If you don't have any, okay, you know what? I'm gonna give you the whole speech since you got me here talking about this. So I need to find it and save it into a file on my desktop so I can bring it up all the time. Now we're not sending up. Let's lower that a little bit. So, like in the 70s and 80s, they did a survey. How many people have one friend? How many people have three friends? How many people have five friends? How many people have seven? How many people have 10 plus? So back then, like amount of people who had one friend was like 5, 10. The amount of people who had like five friends was like 12. The amount of people who had like 10 friends or more was like 20 or so. So 20 years later, they do the same thing. 30 years later, they do the same test. How many friends you got? The amount of people who had one friend was 0. A lot of people didn't even have one friend. The amount of people who had 3 friends, it used to be like 20. That now was down to like 8, right? The amount of people who had 10 friends or more, I guess the party people who throw these events, who knew a lot of people, they knew less people. They used to know 20. Now they know like 8, right? So it's this idea that nobody's getting married. No one's having kids. No one's, and people who are having kids are only having one, and those kids don't have brothers or sisters, and those parents are likely one of, and a lot of those people don't have cousins, and you know what I mean? So you go through this life fucking alone. And it's fine while they heap all this praise until you're going to inherit all our stuff. Great, but you're a miserable fucking soul with money. Now what do you do it to bring out some happiness when you get money? Likely drugs, right? To kill the hurt in you because you got no friends. Likely marry somebody who will abuse the money, right? And then when the money's gone, they're gone, right? Likely just be paranoid about I've got money and everybody's coming to get, right? So now you're a paranoid lone person with a lot of money who now you've got to read the thing everybody hates you. So all this shit is bullshit, right? I don't know anybody who told me, hey, my parents died and they left me all that. No one ever knows that about you. But people do know how much fucking friends you have if you're a cool and decent person, right? No one has any friends. And I think that's part of the problem. So you have to go out. This is what I mean by going around the mountain, go under it, you can't move it, but you have to go around it. And I know that they've made it impossible to hang out because people can't have money. People can barely afford rent, so they definitely can't afford to buy a house. But you can't give up. I mean, and this is how you make friends, as I say. So first, you go to a place you like. Let's say I like poker. You go to like a poker club where people just play to get skills or basket weaving or whatever the case may be. I like Dungeons and Dragons. Go to a Dungeon Dragon spot, right? I like comic book. I like art. Go to an art house and draw the models, right? Do work the clay. Go to a clay class, and then you'll meet somebody. You're not going out to date. You're not. I keep saying this every time I say this. You're not trying to meet a lover, right? You're trying to meet friends, and then you meet that person. This is how you know if it works. If it's kind of like moving along as friendships move along. You hang out outside of that location, whether it's at a bar or it's at a movie theater or it's at a restaurant. Then after that, you hang out at another location. Hey, there's a Knicks game. Let's go to that game. Or there's a San Francisco Giants game, right? You hang out there. Then you stop running out, going to places to hang out. You hang out at each other's house. Hey, I'm having a barbecue. Not a lot of us, just a handful of us, maybe 8 people. We're going to throw some steaks and watch the game. Oh, yeah, I'll come over to your house. And you'll be like, oh, yeah, hey, we're going to all come and watch the new Netflix craziness. We're all going to get together and watch it. Oh, yeah, that's great. Come on to my house. So, right. So then this is how you make friends. This is why you don't date them. Because when you date them and you break up, you don't see them again. Then you know what I'm saying? So you'll meet somebody in the throngs of people that and I don't want to say throngs. You might meet like 5 people. And those 5 people may know 5 people, right? So then you may meet like a handful of people, like some more than others. But you got to be cordial. You just can't show up and be an asshole looking for friends, right? Don't be an asshole. You got to be a bit vulnerable because friends talk about shit. Man, I don't know. I need a topic that friends talk about. Man, or a girlfriend or whoever that, man, I'm just for men and women. I'm getting divorced and it just, it's taking a lot out of me. I wish it could have worked out, but I don't know how we could have fixed it. And your boy or your girl's got to be like, yeah, don't go. You were right. Don't take sides in some stuff. You got to know when to be like, but you can take sides after the divorce is final, right? You can be like, man, look at it this way. You gotta, but while it's going on, you need to listen to people vent. You need to let them know, you know, don't take any sides and be like, well, you could have did X, right? Just kind of, yeah, that's being vulnerable. And then you have to be vulnerable. I don't know what's going on in your life, but man, I wish I was close to my mom. I feel you that comment you said about your mom. I was thinking about that. I wish I was close to my mom. You're lucky you got right. Oh, I wish I was close to my dad. You're lucky. Blah, blah, blah. And then like, oh, and he'd be like, oh man, he told me this thing about him, and I told him this thing about me, and we're tight. So then, bam, 30 years down the line, you're like, how long have we known each other? That's how you have it's friendships are honor bound things. You can't just expect to know people and be an asshole, right? Everybody wants to be an asshole to everybody, but get all this respect from everybody. Just be decent. And if anybody who treats you poorly, just move along. There's 7 billion people on the planet. You don't need to have them in your circle or your sphere, right? And if they work with you, they're not your friends, they're your coworkers. See what I'm saying? You pick your friends. So, I mean, nobody has any friends, but everybody's having sex with everybody. And even now, nobody's doing that because that's empty. It really is. It's nice to have sex with someone you love, right? But when you're lonely and just out for sex, you might as well just, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, and this place is making people miserable. So you have to take your happiness into your own hands, right? I used to do a lot of talk about politics and online for the last 4 years. This is new. This is me just going, I haven't changed anything. I got into a conversation with this guy. He didn't know shit. And he was just smug and arrogant about the stuff he didn't know. And when I was like, wait, that's not true, and tried to correct him because I was right, bad me. So it's like, oh, people just want to be right. They don't want to have any correct information. They just want to talk and be right. Like the stuff I tell you, we look up all the time here, right? I spit out words, say, what does that word mean? Right? Because I'm always making sure that I'm not an asshole or an idiot. And I've been an asshole before. I've been forced to be an asshole. Somebody, try to be nice. But I've just been in a bad mood and was an asshole. Then I had to go back. Oh my God, I feel so bad about this incident, right? Because you're human. But I'm not trying to cultivate the perfect asshole though. That's not what I'm at. And I'm not trying to have those people show up in these chats and be an asshole to people in the chat or to me. Bad. I mean, I want everyone in the world to dig me. Fine. I think you want everyone in the world to dig you. Fine, but you shouldn't have to tolerate people who are just morons and knuckleheads and evil to be evil. And then, you'll adopt that. And why don't you have those people around the people you love? Your children, your women, your brothers and sisters, right? The young people around you, your elders. I'm not going to say something screwy about my mom, right? No, don't, so you have a core philosophy about yourself, and you go out into the world and you practice it. If your philosophy is steal from everybody, then no wonder you don't have any fucking friends. Don't come to my house because the last time you hear something went missing. Well, wow, right? That's very simple. But people are like, it's like people get out of jail. They do all this shit, then they get in jail, then they finally get like a reprieve or something, and then they get out, and then they talk about they want the right to vote. Now they have a reason to live, which is the right to vote. You shouldn't have lost it in the first place, right? So you're like, I mean, look, I get your point, but I won't say they're bigger fish to fry. I will say I'm gonna stand up for the people who didn't do wrong who didn't lose something that they had. You know what I mean? I'm standing up for people who should have gotten these things all along, right? So I'm standing up for people in this little weird commentary that people should have friends, and people don't because this environment makes it hard to go out and have a beer. It makes you paranoid about your neighbor, right? Distrustful of your neighbor. Everything in American politics is 4 shades of you're a bad liberal and 4 shades of you're a bad liberal, 4 shades of you're a bad Democrat and 4 shades of you're a bad Republican, right? Conservatives, racist Republicans, rich, greedy ones who spend their money against you, right? Those are 3 on the Republican side. Hippie liberals who want to make marrying your dog fine, right? You got defund the cops and the blacks who want everything free, right? And you've got welfare people and the gays, right? So no matter if people go, well, I don't mind the black. Well, what about the gays? Well, I guess they don't want. Well, then what about I defund the police? Oh, well, yeah, that's how they're. So they can. You get 3 fastballs in all of this, right? Just to make you hate a group. And if you're conservative, and like I said, you think black people treat, they'll hate you with something else. They're coming for taxes. You're like, oh, well, yeah, we can't have that. And on the other side, if you're like, the conservatives are all, and you're like, well, I believe I'm religious. I believe. Well, what about the Mexicans coming? Well, I think that they should come. Well, then what about the Koch brothers buying elections and Donald Trump and everybody's racist? Oh yeah, well, I can't be for fucking that, right? So even if you're like, oh, there's enough barbed wire to keep you pinned in whatever, and the only way to get out is just go. What's the line from War Games? The only way to win is not to play. Yeah, I've been voting Democrat my whole life. I got nothing. And then he says that the place doesn't have, man, stop it. So yeah, I'm gonna learn the guitar. I suggest that you pick up a discipline and learn something. And if we get enough people doing it, they'll look around and go, where are all the fucking fools who keep us in power? Or maybe all those fools will go, you know what? We're going to vote for Tim, who's a bartender, or Jim, who's an ex-cop, or Larry, who's an ex-fireman, or Helen, who's an ex-librarian, or versus all these lawyers. It's nothing but lawyers, old-ass lawyers, too. And maybe you'll go, I'm only voting for people in my, it's kind of like age range, 20 years below, 20 years above, because they'll probably know where I'm at. And then I'll vote for fairness, because I don't think the blacks should be beat up by the cops, or the women should be raped at work. And that's what I'm going to do. As for all these 99-year-old people sitting there telling you we're going to fight it out about abortion, which they've been fighting since the 70s, to just keep it around to make sure they can raise money on it. They don't solve a fucking thing, right? So once you just kind of go, I'm going to be over here playing guitar or working on my singing again, I'm going back to singing, or I put this oboe down in high school, I'm going to pick it back up because I really did like the oboe. Oh, hey, I joined this group of musicians, on this group, and we're all like about the same age, learning for the first time. Or hey, I'm good. I started a band again. I have been in the band for 20 years. Or hey, I rewind. This is what you want, and trust me, it's not, it's something that you thought about, so give it a shot. Or it's something that you did and you like that you're going to get back in. It's not homework. It's not work because no one's making you do this, right? It's a discipline that you like, and you'll think less about these people and how, I'm going to say, how bad they made it, how bad they've made your existence. While you go through like the things you have to go through, you can have this small bit of, oh, hey, man, look, it's been 2 months and I went back to guitar. I forgot I had these chops. Oh, my God. Right? And then you meet people that way, because you still want to meet people. Then you go and you put on Facebook or whatever your thing, and you meet 4 or 5 guys. Maybe you do a gig. You go to that gig. You meet another dude who's in a band, right? And that's how Lennon met McCarthy, right? Oh, yeah. And then maybe, you're in 2 bands now while you're writing your own solo shit. Or if it's not music, you're writing your outline for your great play or novel or script or whatever. And then you take a writing course and you meet somebody who maybe end up being your writing partner. Or even not your writing partner, someone that, oh yeah, we're both writers. Now we've got this happy rivalry. Oh, he sold something to Netflix. Oh, I'm right behind him. I sold something to Amazon, right? So it's good to have like a friend to pace yourself, run through you, not just to talk to. Sometimes just have friendly rivalry, but you can't be home alone watching TV and hating the world. You can't be lovelorn forever. None of this is normal and natural. And like I said, you meet people by meeting people. You meet like your next. Look, a lot of my friends are my loved ones. They're not just my family members, right? I've known some of these people for 20 years. The idea that in 20 years people won't have friends, I find appalling. I find that the very idea of the pursuit of happiness has been undone in this country. And I think a lot of countries do what America does. And I think it's sort of been undone in other countries. But I think a lot of the worst of America is kept at bay. I don't think a lot of people, like some of the Nordic countries, they at least have health care. And their people don't go broke trying to go to the hospital. But other places have brutal police like we have. They have brutal gulags. We call them prisons like we have. They have these elite rich who never fucking go anywhere, and they sit there and age out like we have. And the only thing that we have that they don't have is a more tolerant press for this shit. The press, they'll get killed if they say shit, but the press is in bed with the people who do this bullshit. So the only time the press in America is always pissing downhill. They attack the powerless. They very rarely have anything to say about the rich unless, uh, like they rarely go out on a limb to get like when the story breaks and Rod Blagojevich gets arrested, then they're out there talking about what a shitty person. Right, but the day before he was arrested, everybody like the day everybody knew about Weinstein apparently, but nobody said the shit. Then stuff leaked out, right, in jokes and stuff. Remember the famous R. Kelly? Remember that like the joke leaks out, so people knew that uh, R. Kelly. What's the famous Chris Rock joke? If at the Oscars, if you no at the Grammys, if you sit the Olsen twins over here, then you got to sit R. Kelly way over there, and everybody bursts out laughing. Right? They're telling stories about So all this kind of, I knew the guy was bad, but now all of a sudden, that everybody busts him. I'm sitting here and telling my bold story like I was, meanwhile there's a ton of pictures with you hanging out with him. So your heroes are only your heroes because the media told you that they're your heroes, and they're in bed with the bad guys. So how can they be heroes? And your heroes, who hang out with these elites, are heroes given to you, and these elites are just all not doing anything that the populace seems to want, and we're all at each other's throats, so people can get elected. Once you start playing that game, and you go, you should still vote. Don't get me wrong, know the issues, but when they go, oh, the Black Lives Matter people, you just go, oh. At the end of it is like, don't beat up people. You're a policeman. What's wrong with you? And you're killing people. Go to jail, right? So that should be it. But that's not it. It's up for discussion as to what you make it a discussion. You make it a discussion, and it's not a discussion. How can you have a discussion about women being attacked at work by their bosses? Well, how's that a discussion? Well, you don't understand. And as he said, there's a lot of look, listen, make friends. Get out there, get some friends. It's super important. I just told you how to make some. So you have to be a little bit vulnerable, right? You have to risk it for the biscuit. You have to say, but don't go out there and be a raw nerve in the beginning, right? You just get to know people. You like being around that person. Hey, good to see you. The next time he shows up or she shows up, hey, sit up here. I saved your seat. By the fifth time, sixth time, and you sit there and you become friends, just like in in preschool. But the second day you met him, your mom go, "You meet anybody?" You go, "I met her. Name is that," and then you both sit next to each other and you have the sandwich and it's adorable, right? That's the simple energy of what I'm talking about, right? Except for you're not playing in blocks and that. In my preschool, you might be like, "Hey man, let me get you a beer. You're a cool dude, right?" Or, "Hey miss, well you can't buy ladies beer anymore because I mean the thing with women is everything you do seems to be weighted with innuendo. All of a sudden, it's just a sexually laden society. It's like I'm not the one twerking. I just say, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm married. I just said, "Hey, how you doing?" That actually happened to me. "Hey, how you doing, miss?" "I'm married." I was like, "Oh, okay." Just saying, "Hey, how you doing, miss?" And you're standing in front of the door. What's the saying? I'm much too important to be captured. There's a lot of people who believe that. And people have bad experiences and they don't say shit to the person who did it, but they run into you and then you're like, man, fuck these people. And then that's my whole try to let that whole energy go. A good deed is a marble, right? Weighs as much as a bad deed rather weighs as much as a marble, and a good deed weighs as much as a feather, right? So one marble, you need a lot of feathers to sort of weigh it out, right? Versus just stop doing bad deeds with all these small marbles. I mean, you should be mad at the big problem, the actual issues you have in your life, but all these namby-pamby perpetually at you kind of that people want you to comment on. What do you think about Britney Spears? I don't know Britney Spears. I don't care. I don't care. Why is that my news, right? But all the other stuff, the wildfires, the hurricanes, the flooding, the building collapse, that's still news. You know, when that movie's coming out, how the twist was for this superhero movie or will Netflix make it? That's not who cares. If you like those shows, then you kind of care. But there's so much of it, it makes it seem like the TV industry is something you care about. And I know that's not the case, right? That is not the case. So remember, it is what it is, right? These summer days are not guaranteed. You should go get some summer. Um, Friendships are not guaranteed, but you should go make some friends. Nothing is guaranteed. That is good spring water. Woo! I hope that made sense, right? Because I say this all the time. I know people have a hard time when they feel that they're in it alone because they're sort of fucking in it alone. But like I said, you don't have to take anybody who offers to be your friend, right? You can be a discerning individual. Uh, but you do in making friends, you have to be a bit vulnerable. Nobody wants to be friends with anybody mean and all this one and done shit. We were friends, we had an argument. Oh, then fuck her or fuck him. We were friends, we had an argument. It just looks like you are the ones who are just being an asshole and abandoning people, right? And what does it say that you don't have any friends? Can you not keep them? I mean, are you not meeting them? There's a reason why people don't have friends. Some people don't have friends because they're assholes. Other people don't have friends because they're shy and they're hard to. So you know what I'm saying? So I mean, how you have to gauge your whole deal, and then see where you're going. And where are you going? You're going to meet friends, right? And that's an everyday thing. It's not like this is meeting friends season, right? I mean, once you change your mindset, it can happen at any time. It's like love. You walk into a bodega and there she is, or you walk into a shoe shop and there he is. You walk into the mall and there he is, or you walk into, you know, the VD clinic and there she is. You know, it is what it is. Um, People meet all around the world because people have connection. But if you want this thing to really, really work, you can't be for all the stupid connections they want you to be for. You have to make it real in some way. I mean, I really do think that they destroyed a lot of what's going on here, right? The connection to men and women. And I want you to not trust all these men and they're full of shit and they only want one thing. I don't want you not to trust all these women. They're full of shit and they only want money. And encourage you encourage marriage because there's a marriage kind of industry, and you encourage divorce because there's a divorce industry. How is no one getting married and you're still telling people to buy bridal magazine? You should just shore up marriage and slow down the but no. So we'll see what happens in a world where no one trusts anybody, no one can buy a house. It's perpetual wars, and the banks are funny and sketchy, and the cops are untrustworthy, and the judiciary is just a fucking golf course for the rich. It is a thing. Whew. All right. So remember here, ladies and gentlemen, show's about discipline. Show. Is it a show program? It's a stream. Stream's about discipline and friendship. My discipline is music. I'm trying to learn music via the guitar, and other sort of side projects. It's like a game, right? Where you have a quest, which is to learn music, and I have a weapon to go on this quest, which is a guitar. And my side quests are art projects, like the one we did in the AM show. Um, and yeah, now I'm a level zero guitarist. I'm waiting to level up. I think I'll level up in January. See what happens. Ah, cold, clear water. That's a song, right? Cool, clear water. All right. Oh my God. Look, We're spending a lot of money securing that border and running people through courts. Just fix it. Just fix it. People walk over like we don't have laws. I mean, come on. Come on. I think someone's going to have to be cruel. But here's the thing about this country. One president does this, the next president comes in, repeals it, and does his own thing. The next president comes in, repeals that, and does it. It's a fucking yo-yo. Nobody knows what they're fucking doing. Our system is stupid. If you make a policy, it should have to stand for a certain amount of years. And then have it be withdrawn if it's stupid. But none of these things get any other than like, when I say a couple of years, I mean like 25 years. It should be the life of a nation. It should be after you're out of office. It's just bullshit. It's insider trading in that place. And these guys can't stop talking about Trump because Trump sells papers. Excuse me. Belgium, the city is ravaged by flooding. Yeah, Belgium and Germany. People just walk over the border and stay here. You can't do that shit. You should know who's in the country. Navy Christians are shipping his honor. Yeah, 1,000 empty gestures. People need actual deeds, not more accolades for the people who've been sitting in Congress for 50 years. Can't buy a house now. They're talking about cars are twice as expensive as new cars. Used cars are just. People are ridiculous. Yeah. My newsfeed is full of comic books and famous people's bullshit. I'm like, why is this my newsfeed? Ooh. All right. We've got a lot of these little things to do away with. But I'm consistent, they always get smoked down to about the same size. We are going to make a schedule, right? Huh. I'm sort of tired, but I wonder if I might lighten up and make it tonight. I need to find. You know what? No, you know what? I'll list it. That's what I'll do. I'll list it exercises, and then I have a space for the exercise and a whole bunch of dots next to it, and I'll list them like the bullet points at the very far end, and then I just run these things to the edge of the page. One, two. I think it's going to be like this. This is the best layout, actually. So the question is, I need sight. I have to look up sight reading, see what it contains, what it means. I have to look up theory. I mean, songwriting. I wonder how many bullet points that's going to be. Some, man, I don't know. I guess some of these just can be done with a check. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know. This was the last script I was writing. Yeah, a half finished script. Yeah. Do I even want to start writing scripts again? I mean, writing scripts was fun. It's always like there's two types of writers. I like to write what I think by the seat of your pants, they call it. I like to write myself into scenarios and try and get out. Some people plot out everything and they know. I have a loose idea where my story's always going, and I write to get to that story by a page number, by a certain page. I've done it so often that it usually works. Maybe I'll look up some shows about people who have pods doing writing. But I've looked at some, but they're never doing the writing. You know what I mean? They're always talking about writing. I've heard this thing about Mariah Carey's Christmas album and how it's already like, I mean, first of all, let's face it, Mariah Carey's voice is just a next level freaking event. It really is. I would see her in concert. What is going on here? All right. I am a little tired. I realize that we are going to go back to guitar since we didn't do any of the painting that I wanted to. Painting. I was driving and the skies was so. And earlier I was up at 4 and I was looking for my blue pen and I have a white marker pen and I wanted to draw some clouds. Like I knew it was going to happen. And I wanted to draw some clouds at like 4 in the morning. I dropped this thing yesterday and I've been looking for it every day, and it looks like it's on the floor, and I go to reach, and it's not. I hate to say it, but it's a stain because let's face it, I do a lot at this counter at this table. I gotta take a drive later. Um, we've been streaming for about 2 hours. Do not panic, my fellow Americans, world citizens. Several things are gonna happen with this pod. We're gonna dial it in. I mean, nothing is changing. People are just getting their way, but nothing is changing. By that I mean they're talking about doing away with the gender roles of best actress, best actor. Okay. Here's the thing. Once you take away that for gender fairness, I give it about 5 years before people start wanting it back because women don't like the same shit men like. And how you gonna say that Queen's shit on I want to say Netflix or a Hulu or whatever, the Queen something or other, is gonna compete with all this action star punch in the face. Some of it is acting, and some of it is just showy circus shit, right? Uh, and if only people who ever wins are like the stuffy nose, uh, period piece actors, people are just gonna start calling your product bullshit and unfair because that didn't make all the money. The superhero movie made all the money with the aliens, right? And then if you lean to that, then why make that other shit? Because no one sees that shit anyway. Well, that's not true. I like some of it. I don't like the romance and I like the horror, but I like some of it. I'm not a fan of Downton Abbey. I've never seen it, but some of that stuff is pretty freaking good. There was a show about a guy who's a blues singer that they tried to frame for murder in like the 30s. And it was a period piece made in London, but it was good. Oh, okay. So yeah, you know what? We may crash this one out in about 15 to 20 minutes. I don't think this is gonna go for 3.5 hours. I don't really know what to do because, like I said, I'm a little too too tired to do this. Uh, let's unveil that at least. Super giant books go here. There's three of these books I found. One with a key that I don't know where that goes to. This is a guitar book. This is the key book. This is one I just found. They're both empty. They're both empty. That is genius. All right. But I still don't know what this key goes to. Is it a storage key? I think so, but. And we took these from here. Yep. We're going to lay this flat there. We'll put that here for the time being. Yeah, they're firmly glued in. All right, so this is what we did this morning, and it took an hour. I can prove it because it's on stream. All right, so we did this one a few weeks ago. Right, the first art project to know where the notes are on the first four frets, right? E, A, D, G, B, and the high E string, strings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we did this one today. We left the okay. First of all, let's get a look at this. Right. We left. I mean, this is what we did. There are flats in it. See the flats, right? It's sharps and flats in it. Sharps in blue, flats in red. And then we did this one, and we decided to leave out the sharps and flats so we could better sort of commit to our in our head where these things are, right? Um, the next one we'll do may only have the flats or the sharps. We'll see. But if you look really closely, just in case we do get, you can see it written very slight small in there. A flat B, right? So, and then what we'll do is, I don't know what we're gonna put them on. Maybe we'll, you know, and we'll have an idea of where everything is on the fretboard. Huh. Buy another, calm down with the corkboard, chalkboard, or whiteboard stuff. But that's not bad. See, this is one of the books I love. I've got a ton of just October 2013. A loose exercise exam. I don't know why I drew on this. I shouldn't have. But it's 1,000,000,000 pages and it's all graph paper. I mean, I love it. I put this on it. It was like a big scratchbook, but I have so many books with half information in it. If I had to consolidate it, I'd be sitting here cutting stuff out of things, pasting in the other books. I'd look like a crazy person. Do we want to play some more? I do want to play some more. Remember what I told you guys about friends. That is important. Love is important. Your time here on this planet is fucking important. You shouldn't be disrespected while you're here. Right? I mean, there's some stuff that I wish wasn't a thing anymore, but it is. Because you can always sell bullshit to some people. But I hope that you understand the things that I hate and you back me on it. And I hope you heard the things that don't affect me that I tell you that I hate, and you should, if those things don't affect you, maybe you're gonna give voice to them. And there's some things that I'm not for. That I've also said I'm not lying to you. I'm not trying to be the most popular kid. And someone will come along and maybe they'll change my mind on those things, like immigration and all these wars. We'll see what happens. Right? You shouldn't be disrespected by anybody because you believe this or the other thing. And everybody likes to believe what's popular anyway. I'm always up here, but I need to be down here on the tip of my finger. Trying to get this finger to just stand up. I have to yank my whole hand, but it is what it is. See what I mean? I had this a month ago. Remember what we said. You're never as bad as the first thing you tried this. You get better every day thereafter. I mean, this whole thing started with me throwing water in my face. Always know when you're the fret. What is going on here? I can almost see it in my mind's eye. I can't believe I'm missing it. I was told to practice with, like, in a dark room. I was like, I just turn my head away from everything. Doesn't that work just as well as a dark room? Close my eyes. judging these frets are really killing me because they're so wide here. Then it's yeah. I mean, I'm not crying about it. I'm just saying. I mean, it's. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. We. Oh my gosh. Are slowly coming along. That's why they call it guitar practice. Um. This pinky is sweet sauce. I hit all the I hit all the neighboring strings going down. I hit all of them. All the neighboring strings going down. My pinky just keeps sliding off of where it's supposed to be because it's barely got the strength to get there and hold anything. See, even that is just sliding up. It's like it's not attacking the string like that. Boom, boom, boom. Like I get it's sloppy here too, but once I get up here, I begin to sort of slide off of what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm going to be doing the rest of the night. I hope I'm not doing that all night. Slow and steady, baby. Come on, Pinky. Stay with me. Stay with me, Pinky. Stay with me. Don't slip. Good job. Stay with me, Pinky. Very proud of you, Pinky. Holy man, my pinky hurts. All right. Well. Tell me this is off. Good. All right, I got it. I should handle this. We should handle this right now. All right, so we'll put this here. Want to thank all of you. I hope that you enjoyed the show. I guess we're gonna end it here. This is our second short stream, 2 hours. It's not really awesome. Not really, really awesome. Normally we do 3.5 hours. I'm gonna say in the last 3 days we did one that was 5 hours. I think that was yesterday. 5 hours, 4 hours, 4.5 hours. Normally we get more work in, but we really that's into let's do some of the arts and crafts stuff because we know that our practice has been slipping and I made a guitar riff great, fine. But what we should have made was the schedule, but we didn't because, you know, I was sort of just done in. I actually might should I make the schedule on stream or off stream? I want the schedule by Monday. Maybe I'll make it off stream and film it and then show it here. That's the option, right? You don't have to be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs about the whole damn thing all the time. Um, yeah, we need all our index cards. Where's the one that I just had with the rubber band around it? Lardy, 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 lardy. I just saw it. No, put this here. Wow, that was a nice hot breeze coming through that window. That there. Ah, here it is. Okay, we're gonna need these two in the same area. We're gonna need you closer to the. And yes, I am tuckered. I'm sorry. I did get up at 4 in the morning. Um, uh, we're gonna run at this one. I'm gonna stop running myself, so I feel stressed out because I'm beginning to get like a tell, as they say in soccer, not soccer, soccer, as they say in poker, soccer. That I have a tell. So yeah, I told you about making friends within the last 20 minutes. That's important. Tell you about family. That's important. Tell you about your own happiness. That's important. I think that's it. I think I covered you. Uh, like I said, if you show up here, let's close this so it doesn't fall over. If you show up here tomorrow, it counts as church, synagogue, and mosque. Um, tell your rabbi, preacher, or imam that I cleared you, and they'll likely give you the high five of spiritualism. And there you have it. We are gonna end this thing. Well, we've been streaming for 2 hours and 11 minutes. We're gonna end this thing uh, in the next, let's say, not 1 hour, 2 minutes. Let's say the next 4 minutes. Uh, say our goodbyes and do our summaries. Summary is one. We gotta clean up this place. Uh, tomorrow at the 7 a.m. show, we'll be awake. So maybe we'll do the super thing then. I don't know if I want to. I think I can just go to the art shop and buy like a big one sheet of giant paper with grits on it. I think I'm overthinking it. Let's wrap this thing up. Bum, 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 bum. We are learning the guitar every day, 20 minutes plus, with other random stuff thrown in, politics, humanities, me wishing you well, me trying to convince you that you are the bomb fire and can do a lot more than you think you can, right? Um, I, excuse me, I guess I'm gonna call this one at wow at this is really I don't feel I mean I know that I'm tired. I don't like to stretch things and I think I'm running out of stuff to say. My can't play because I couldn't read up some guitar stuff. What is a mode? Be nice. We can read what is we can look up music, just the clef and I wonder how many notes there are. Well, we know that there's minimum 88 keys on the keyboard. Those are each a different note, right? And they each have a different kind of look on the the scale. I'll keep calling it a tablature. It's not a tablature. Have a different look on the scale. So once you know that this, you know, one with all these black cherries that goes 6 feet up, look is a low G, then you know. But we're just, I mean, we'll probably make cheat sheet flashcards for that too, which would be interesting because while you're making the flashcards, you'll be internalizing. That's a good idea. But even as we work on that mental stuff, we have to work on our finger strength, right? Our finger flexibility. But we gotta do it so we don't get carpal tunnel and hand hurting and all this stuff. We gotta strengthen that pinky. We gotta reawaken these tendons in this hand, right? Because you never use them. You know what I mean? I mean, you write with your hand, or you write with your hand, hold your fingers, hold it, and you may throw a ball, fingers holding it. But I mean, it's that's, I mean, writing is more your wrist. There's some stuff with your thumb, but mostly your wrist, right? I mean, we're trying to get you to do like this, and not just for one half of a song or one, that weak ass pinky. This pinky cannot survive a song. And at the end of the day, backyard songs, right? You want to be able to play at least 2 or 3 songs. Somebody might want to go, oh, that was good one. You got any other ones? Right? Oh, man, I have this one. Oh, that's good too. You got any more? I may have one more. No, wow, he played 3 songs. That's great. Versus having 1,000 nobody wants to hear. Just in case you may play something, they go, oh, wow, that is good. You go, I only know the chorus. No, we want to learn the whole thing. So in doing that, we got to make sure that pinky, about the tone on me, that pinky is fit so we can play, Stairway to Heaven in the Backyard, or followed by, what was I thinking about? Little Wing, followed by, I'm naming all the ones that people always learn. Uh, Little Wing, followed by that Beatles song. Um, oh my God. It's coming to me. I keep thinking Everclear, but that's not it. Everclear is a song by the Foo Fighters, but Evergreen, Green Sleeves is what I'm thinking, but that's not it either. Oh my God, Beatles songs. Doo doo doo. I've got a Beatles catalog, well, not the full catalog, but whatever Beatles song it is that everybody plays first. Blackbird. Thank you. I knew it was a evergreen. It was 2 words combined. Evergreen. Green sleeves, Blackbird. I could see thinking in pictures. I could see it in my mind's eye. It's 2 of these things, but But luckily, if my recall is getting slower, but it's coming. This is still coming. Um, we've been streaming for 2 hours and 15 minutes. I guess this is where we leave it. I will see you tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Hopefully with a shade melon, down about half a pound, and hopefully then I'll be fit to fight. And by fight, I mean run. I don't think I can run right now. I think I'm too heavy to run. I think my knee would hurt. I think I need to lose about 15 pounds before I start running. Which, if I do this right, should be in 30 days. I want to thank all of you for coming through. It is 6:15 here in America land on the East Coast. I want to say hey to the world. I know we are global. We have friends in Norway and Germany who stop by to say hey. In Africa, right? And I tell you what I told them. Discipline is discipline. Works anywhere you are. Pick up an instrument. You know, I wish you well, however you do it. I don't want you to get sad and depressed and suicidal and taking pills where you could just exercise your fingers out. This exercise, fingers, and your mind to learn the instrument is just as important as getting up every day and going to work out. It really is. It really is. It feeds your soul, right? And like I say here, what we're doing is we're taking a musical seed, right, and we're shoving it deep down in our soul, and we're watering it with hard work, and it's going to sprout, right? And it may be a bush, It'll be a lovely bush. It may be a giant redwood, or you may have a forest of like musical power in that thing that you planted, and that's good too. That's what we want, right? We want it to grow, but once it's yours forever. No one can take music away from you, right? And the way we're going to learn it, you'll be able to drive your car and go, no, 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 no. Well, that's a good melody, and write it down. Like it's a language that you can read. So it's like if you were driving your car, coming up with a sentence for your novel. It's the same thing. Oh, that's a good sentence, right? You don't have to be in front of a piece of paper. You'll have that, and you've been reading your whole life. So you know, not your whole life, but you've been reading for about your whole life. Mine is what, 4 or 5 years, and then you probably needed 2 years to get good at it. So yeah, and then you knew the rules of it, and the more you read, the better you got, and that's where we're at. In about 2 years, we're gonna know the rules of this, and then the more we do it, the better we'll get, and it will enrich us forever. I got love for you, even though I don't know you personally. I wish you well, as long as you wish other people well. And if you're out there doing good in the world, I don't have to worry about you sneaking up and hitting me in the head and taking my stuff, and you don't have to worry about me doing that either, right? So we're already simpatico. Make friends and meet people. I wish you a good social interaction and a good romantic interaction. Surely there's someone out there if you're single, because everybody seems to be single. Um, to the single people, if you're married, God bless you. Let that person know you love them every day and all day. Uh, and those of us who are not married, should not give up hope. Should stay in the fight, because that's what it's all about. And let me wrap this up by saying that you people are just awesome. You are like, some of you are made from cosmic dust, others are put together with clay by God's own hand. Either way, you are a consequential human being, and you know, you you can. I'll just say you can. You know, if you try, maybe you try. You know, a different way, a different route. Look at it differently, right? But maybe some of it is getting away from all the perpetual rhetoric that you hear on TV about how bad things are going to be. Uh, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find a different voice in another discipline, whether that's writing or painting or clay sculpture. The discipline's a thing. And remember, let your family know you love them. I got to call my bro. And go out and make friends. And I will see you 7 a.m. tomorrow, and then 4 p.m. tomorrow, and then 7 a.m. on Monday, and then 6 p.m. on Monday. And that actually might be turned to 5. I don't know, because 6 seems. You know what happened yesterday? Thunder came through. Yesterday's show was pretty awesome. Thunder came through and didn't really shut us down, but and I'm hearing it off in the distance, crack, boom, 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 crack. And it's always amazing that you can hear it coming, and then it gets here, and there's a deluge, and then you can hear it going. It's amazing, nature, right? It's amazing. It's about to be a beast if we don't fix our terrarium. Um, all right. So we would like to thank all of you. Uh, wow. Okay. Uh, we've been streaming for 2 hours, 22 minutes, and I think 20 seconds or so. So let's say our goodbyes. I won't give you another speech. You know how I feel about you. You know that I want you to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, True S Armor, at YouTube, and my gaming channel, Karma Arma, Karma, Arma Arma, on Twitch. And I hope you like both of those, and I hope you subscribe to both of those, and I hope you subscribe here, because I'm greedy. uh, and put on the notifications. Well, I'm here at the same time all the time. So for the next 1,000 days, I'll be here unless something goes terribly wrong, or I have a falling out, or I fail. None of those things are allowed to happen. Yeah, I'm going to be here for the next 1,000 days, learning guitar, and like I said, getting good at it. So we will see you tomorrow, 7 a.m. Hopefully we will do the schedule. So when we start doing Monday, we will have a purposeful and a purposeful practice with intention. We'll know what we're doing. But we still have to work our pinky and our ring finger to get strength in our hand without getting carpal tunnel in our hand too. And while that's going on, we have to work on strumming and we have to work on picking. We've got a work cut out for us. Luckily, we have 1,000 days. That's the end for us. Like I said, I'll see you in the next one, guys.